Alright, welcome back to the shop. Today is probably day 5 of me working on this thing. Been a lot of painting, been a lot of cleaning, been a lot of back and forth with this. But anyway, I'm pretty happy with the results so far. There's always little nitpicky things that you know, just aren't perfect, and some things that I just don't know. So anyway, we're sort of both learning at the same time, if you will. At least I am anyway, learning as I go. So I'm going to try to start assembling this, and hopefully my wiring worked out, and I'm going to bring it back when I have some of this assembled. So I'll get some time lapse of that. So I got the blade out there drying. Now what I'm going to do is I've got to wire this up, and you know, this thing's pretty dangerous. So what I'm going to do is ground this. So I've got the motor here. I've got a modern day strain relief, and then I have a modern day grounded plug. So I'm going to go ahead and install this on here. I understand that this is not, you know, period correct. However, I want this thing to be safe. I plan on using it. I don't want anybody to get shocked. So I think that this, you know, makes sense to me. That's what I'm going to do. Alright, so there she is. This is the GE fan that my little brother Clay got me for Christmas. It's been a fun restoration, and it's also been particularly difficult in the sense that I'm not familiar with working on motors and stuff. I mean, I've done it before, but you know, some people that stuff comes naturally, and with something this old, it's hard to commit to doing something. I would say that, and I probably said this earlier in the video, the one thing thankfully for the old fan forums out there, somebody had said that these bearings were self-aligning, and then you just need to wrap on the journals. And I was reluctant to do that on my own, but that's the key to getting these things, because when you disassemble you pull the armature out and you reassemble it, it doesn't go back together perfectly, but you just lightly wrap on the output shaft with a rubber mallet or something very soft, like I had done, and that bearing will come right into alignment, and then this thing spins like a dream. So I've got it plugged in. I've got one of these non-contact voltage meters. You won't be able to see it from your end, but anyway, it's not. It won't shock you or anything. So, works out high, medium, and low. So my wiring scheme obviously works, and hopefully it will continue to work. I used the Wenall to polish the blades with Scotch-Brite, and then I used some polish. It was very tough to try to polish it. I can't say one way or the other whether this is good or bad. It was helpful, but I'm not sure that there's maybe something else stronger. And, you know, I guess that'll come with time and practice and whatnot. But these blades, I'm pretty confident had never been cleaned before, so that was pretty tough. And they did manage to come out pretty good. Scoutcrafter had told me when I did the brass pot that I should use a clear coat on the blades, and then that would protect everything for a much longer period of time. So I did that. I had used boiled linseed oil on the copper kettle, and that seems to have added some degree of protection. So far it's holding up alright, and it's sort of out here in a shop, and it's not in a controlled atmosphere. So anyway, I've got the clear coat on the blades, I've got the clear coat on the fan, on the GE emblem up front. In terms of the color scheme, I had found out that the original fan was painted this dark green, and when I got it, of course, I'll do a bunch of before pictures. This thing was all black, and they just spray painted everything, basically. So it looked horrible. And I went down to Sherwood-Williams and had them color match the paint as best they could. And I don't know exactly what it was to begin with. All I know is this dark green. And I'm pretty happy with the way this looks. I think the brass and the dark green look good. I did take some liberties with the paint job, though. I chose to take the mechanism here and paint this black just to add a little bit of contrast. And I also chose to paint the outside of the fan cage black also. And one reason was just for additional contrast. I didn't want this all to be green again. And two, if somebody were to come through and nick this, or if I missed a spot, which undoubtedly I did painting it, you can come back and touch this up with a can of black Krylon. And it's simple, it's an easy fix, so if you chip it, you don't have to go down and try to find this green paint again, which would be a nightmare. If it was outside of my hands. So anyway, I think this will go nice at the little house my mom has. It's sort of a vintage, got some older furniture, some nice stuff in there. Or I could use it on my desk. I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do, but I want people to see it. I don't have a lot of people in my office, so it'll probably go back to that house. And I want to thank my little brother Clay for giving me this gift. Awesome gift. Thank you very much. I enjoyed doing this. And I thank you guys and girls for watching, commenting, subscribing. Again, I think it's the comments and the insights that I get from you that really make this fun, make this exciting. While the tactile experience of going through and doing this is enjoyable for me, it's also enjoyable to hear the stories about these. And people have these stamped U.S. military on their desk, and all the different stories about how these fans came to be in their hands and stuff like that. That's as fun for me to read as it is for me to come out here and do this stuff. So anyway, thanks again for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I've got some neat stuff coming up. Anyway, I guess I'm going to end it right there. So thanks again. Have a good day.